I'm typing away in my document, and it's okay if I make some spelling errors, because Word is going to help me out by checking my spelling as I type. As you can see, I've made quite a few errors already. Word flags potential spelling errors with these red squiggly underscore marks, and it flags other types of errors, such as errors in style or grammar, in blue. Spelling and grammar checking are on by default, and I like this because I want to check the spelling as I'm typing. Now, I don't need to do anything about these errors unless I want to. They won't print out. Whenever I'm typing and I make an error, then spell check tells me right away by adding these red lines or these blue lines. To fix a spelling error, I can go back and I can type it again correctly. And when it's written right, the squiggly line goes away. Another thing that sometimes happens, when I misspell something, Word will automatically correct it for me. For example, when I type carriage, I often type too many R's. That's okay because Word will just fix that for me. Word fixes these errors as I type, sometimes so quickly I don't even notice my error. We call that autocorrect. So you'll see as I'm typing, some words just fix themselves. Let's do a little more typing and see what else happens. If I'm not sure how to spell it, I can right-click the word and get some suggestions. I love this because I can very quickly fix the spelling on a complicated word or even a simple one. Word compares what I'm typing to an extensive list that includes a dictionary and also rules for things like grammar and style and also anything I want it to autocorrect. If it doesn't find a match, spell check or grammar check will flag it. Some words have a unique spelling. For example, names are sometimes spelled in a unique way. This document has a lot of names in it, but spell check doesn't flag every name because spell check can match the more common names. Some of the names like Garcia or Monica or Barbara, I can see that those names are spelled correctly because they're not flagged. Now some names are more unique, like this spelling of Matson. Because this is flagged, I can right-click it, and Word then gives me some choices. In this case, it's actually giving me alternative spellings for the name Matson. So I might have made a typo and I need to fix it. Or maybe it's actually spelled with 2 T's and 2 S's. This is a Swedish author, and I know she really wants it spelled this way. So I'll click Ignore All. And that tells Word to ignore this word with this particular spelling throughout this document. As soon as I click that, Word removes the flag, and now I don't need to worry about it. Remember, spell check flags those words it can't match. Even if I know that a word is spelled correctly, spell check may flag it because it can't match it. For example, down here, this document has a made-up word in it, quackling. Spell check has flagged it because it couldn't match it. It's not incorrect. I can see that it's spelled the way the author intended it. Because spell check has flagged it, I can right-click for options. For example, I can add this to the dictionary so that spell check will find it next time and verify this is the correct spelling. And now this is in my custom dictionary. When I add a word to the dictionary, spell check adds the word and that spelling of it and remembers it for this document as well as any other document. The grammar check flag in blue tells me I've made some kind of language error, maybe a grammar error or something to do with style. I know this isn't a spelling error because that would be flagged in red, but it is a wrong spelling of sorts. This is what I call a contextual spelling error. That means I'm spelling the word correctly, but I'm not using the right word in this context. In this case, it's giving me a correct suggestion. I can click there, T-H-E-R-E, and it will correct this. On occasion, I inadvertently type the same word twice. And when I do, spell check flags it. Right-clicking this gives me a short menu about this issue. I can just click Delete Repeated Word to fix it. Spell check is a handy tool that does a lot for me, but it can't do everything. It's important to also just read my content to make sure I've caught everything. So, if I find these squiggle marks distracting, I can turn off grammar or turn off spelling as I type. To do that, I go to File, and then I click Options, and then I click the Proofing tab. For now, I just want to turn off spelling, so I'll uncheck this. And I can also turn off grammar as I type. I'll uncheck this one too. Now when I click OK, those flags will go away. Word is still spell checking, and it's still grammar checking, but now it's hidden so that I can just type. And those flags won't pop up even if I misspell something. If I want to see those flags again, then I can just turn on spell check or grammar check the same way I just turned it off back in Proofing Tools. For more information about proofing your document or running spell check, please see the course summary. Or try it yourself.